Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Heijen and I believe in dragons. And welcome in this snowy forest. And I would like to tell you something more about the dragons and the dragon spirituality and the dragon gods. Actually, I shouldn't say dragon gods because for me they are the only gods that exist. And I would like to tell you something more about one in particular. You know, I told you about him yesterday, about Q or Quetzalcoatl, the dragon god of air. He is actually the one that actually, that the dragon this time is being seen as some kind of a demonic spirit, or bad, or just evil. And that is because other dragon gods, such as Fafnir, has made the tone for the dragon, that they are fire breathers, that they kidnap princesses and things like that. And Quetzalcoatl did something. He had a very different kind of legacy ready for the dragons, and that legacy was the wisdom of the dragons, and that remained with him. And also compassion. He was a very compassionate dragon god, and so back in the day in the Aztecs, they prefer to give gifts for the gods, such as sacrifices. Well, Quetzalcoatl didn't like that, and he said, that was actually very much the tone of the Dragon's Path, that if it's not from you, then why are you giving it? It's not a gift from you, it's a gift from the one that didn't want to be sacrificed. So what is this for me? So actually, that is how humans are, of course. They just presume, because one god said, I want sacrifices, that the other one is going to say the same. Not Q, not Quetzalcoatl. He's a dragon of compassion. And wherever, actually my veganism, for example, a lot of people on the Dragon's Path has been awakened by Q, has also been, feeling bad for killing animals and things like that. It's a dragon of compassion. It's a dragon of wisdom, and so that he has settled the words of the dragon, has settled the wisdom of the dragon. Something that is still remained here now. That the dragon is wisdom and the dragon is knowledge. The dragon knows a lot, and that comes from Q or Quetzalcoatl, the wisdom dragon god. So I shouldn't say dragon god, like I said. I should say gods, because I don't believe in other gods. Other gods are just nothing for me. It's a fairy tale. It's actually something that they say to me. You believe in a fairy tale. Well, I believe that you are in a fairy tale. So vice versa. Yeah, of course, yeah. You have to remind yourself. I mean, yes, I believe in dragons. But just picture yourself this. These people who say this are believing that a man stood up from the dead after 3 days. I mean, which one is more crazy? I mean, yeah. So Quetzalcoatl, dragon god of air, he is actually the one also that made our dragon eye. He was the one that was actually in the Aztec time the symbol. That I did research for this, and the oldest times that this was used was during the Aztecs, and that was also used in Quetzalcoatl's temple, where in Mexico, where there are so many images of him on his temple. And so the dragon eye, the dragon eye, that is actually our sign. This is our sign. That you have the cross for Christianity, for example, that is not even from Christianity, that's more from Egypt. But every spirituality and every religion even has their sign. And our sign is very easy. I'm going to write it down on this paper, that you should know what this is. So I'm sorry for the wait. So, our sign is this. This is the one. And what can you do with this? This little sign of the triangle with the eye in the middle. This is actually the dragon's eye. This is very, very old, and what I could search down for, as old as the Aztecs even. And so this is actually coming from Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl said also something from exchanging blood so that you can be together forever. But also this one is also a symbol that you can be together forever. This is your sign. Underneath you, it's you, and above are the two corners that are your dragons from different dimensions. And in the middle, you are watching through the same eye. the same energy, the same power. One energy, one with the dragon and one with nature. So what can you do with this? This is a sign that you should hold close to you. I mean, if you have an altar, maybe it's a very good idea to put this sign on your altar or underneath your bed. It's giving you us good luck, but also a sign of protection. This is a sign of protection that the dragon will always cover you up. I mean, if you are bad, if you are sick, if something is wrong, if you have extreme emotions, then this sign will be your energy. I mean, you're holding on together. It's holding on. It's a sign of holding on, that you hold the hand of your dragons and the dragon god, and that you are one dragon eye, that you can see through each other's eye, that you know what each other's feelings are, and that you can talk to each other. That is how you can talk to the dragon, to feel this energy, and this is our sign to feel it. This is the sign of the dragon's eye. So Quetzalcoatl, I learned a lot about the dragon god of air, that he was actually, like I said, the one of compassion and the one of wisdom. And that is also something that remained here now in this time, that the dragon is still wisdom. I mean, if you watch things like, for example, and that might seem silly, such as Spyro or something, he was surrounded by wise dragons. So and that is also where did its idea come from. I mean, this idea came from ancient times, something that remained, something that even religion couldn't erase, that it still remained with humans, so to know what dragons are. And then of course you have Fafnir's story, and they abused Fafnir's story. The dragon god of fire, it was abused, and he was the dragon god of fire, of course, but he was also feared. He was the only one, the only dragon god that was feared. Not Leviathan, but Fafnir was a feared dragon. While Q was actually doing the name of the dragon a favor for wisdom and compassion. Fafnir's story, even though he's not evil, he's not bad, it's actually a very sad story. But humans, of course, they don't like fire. And so the dragon had a name of a fire-breathing beast back in the day. Not a god, but a beast. And that is very unfortunate, that Fafnir's story could erase Q's story so easily. Fafnir, it's not his fault, like I said, it's just humans. They don't understand. When they don't understand something, they fear it. And of course, religion didn't make it any better. They said, there's a dragon outside, and he's going to kill all of us, and he's going to breathe fire on you. Yeah, of course, that is frightening for a lot of people. So, this is actually how the dragon came to stand today. And sometimes it's still remembered what Q did, what Q had. Q had, of course, Quetzalcoatl was the one that said the dragon is actually compassion. The dragon is actually wisdom. The dragon is knowledge. The dragon knows everything and is one with nature. That is the message of Quetzalcoatl. That you should not have a sacrifice of someone else. Other people's blood are nothing for him. You have to give your own. Not to kill yourself, but to prove yourself. Do you trust him? Do you trust the dragons? And that is where blood commitment comes from, but the dragon eye as well. Trust the dragons. Do you trust them? Do you trust to enter the dragon's eye? Do you trust to use it? If you trust them, then why don't you use it? I mean, hold each other's hand. Hold the hand of your dragons. And then you will see one big, enormous dragon energy that you will become, that you are actually when you were born. The only thing that you need to do is to hold each other's hand, and your dragon eye will be complete. A very good idea to use this sign somewhere close that you are. Use this sign, and yeah, like I said, it's symbolizing you and your dragons, and symbolizing the eye in the middle. That is why it's been called the dragon's eye. And I'm very thankful to the dragon god of air. I'm thankful actually for every dragon god. I mean, the dragon gods could not work together. They didn't, but they had to on this world and it's a beautiful world now. The only thing we now need to do as a human is to protect it and to guard it. I hope that we will change as a human being, for being from a destroyer to a guardian for this world. It can be so beautiful. So yeah, this is actually a bit like, yeah, the dragon gods, they don't work together. They don't like to work together. Here they have to, and it's a beautiful results. Of course, you can see this. It's a beautiful result. Everything is beautiful here. That is because we are children of it, and we think it's beautiful. Of course, just the same, we are children of the dragon. That is the reason why we also see the dragon as something beautiful, because a lot of people see them as beasts and ugly, and we see them as something so beautiful. That is because we are related to them. We have energy to them. It's very natural. And they don't like to work together, but here they work together, and it can be some kind of a dragon god war, but they might not go through the same gates or something like that, but in the end, they are all connected to this world, to this same energy. That is why when you are awakened by, for example, Leviathan, Quetzalcoatl, or Tiamat, or Pangu, you are still a brother or a sister from the one that is awakened by another dragon god, because they are all actually one energy, the dragon energy. So, my brothers and sisters, the dragon eye, very interesting to use. It's a bit of dragon witchcraft that you can do with this. Use your imagination with this, not imagination, for your visualization. Use your creativity with this. Use this sign and use your creativity, and everything that you do from your own heart will be effective. It will happen. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.